We finally built the cranes. So now we're here at the first crane section. So this is where we've talked about it in the past. The tiny house will make its way around here and come into this first section, which we're actually just calling section 1. So this is zone section spot 1. But yeah, so zone 1, it's gonna be where the floor is built. It's gonna be where the floor is built, sheeted, our under Rust-Oleum carriage paint will be done there as well. So in zone 1, you can see that we have the lumber and the plumbing supplies needed to do the floor framing, underside sheathing, and also you can see the plumbing supplies, pipe for all the underground plumbing that happens inside the trailer. The actual framing of the floor will get done right on this table behind me. We're putting our spreader bar together. So that'll span between both cranes, and when we get that going, we'll do videos of us picking up heavy stuff and things like that. But that'll go between both cranes, so it'll be able to pick up the walls and the floors all simultaneously. There's multiple connection points. We'll have multiple chains with swivels. You can spin the wall, do whatever you want, and then put it down. Same thing with the floor. And then once that's done, it'll move over to zone 2, section 2. So I don't like to brag, but I did everything but engineer the crane. Me and another guy that we have here on the team put all the cranes together. So this came as a 40-footer, so I cut them in half, and then those beams across the top, they came at 35 foot. We had to cut them down to 32, so I had to cut all that. And I mean, these things are absolutely massive. We had to rent a machine to put them up because our forklift doesn't even reach that high. But yeah, so everything up there has been done by us. I put the cranes up, I put the chains in the bags, I wired them all up. But right now we are in zone 2. So as you can see, there's another framing table with a bunch of stuff on it. This is where the tiny house is really gonna start taking shape. The walls are gonna get framed here. The interior walls are gonna get framed here. All 4 end walls, whatever interior walls will be done and picked up off that table and craned onto the house. It's also by putting the tools and supplies needed for said job in the zone that you're in. The roofing gun is right where the roofing station is. So then we move on down to zone 3. So we got 3 crane sections, 1, 2, and 3, which just happens to be our zones. We come down here, you can see we have these different tables behind us. This one is fixed to the ground, right? So this is our fixed position. This is where one side of the roof is going to get framed. So the roof is going to get framed in zone 3. So this is our fixed position. This will always be our constant, and this will be our variable. As you can see it's on wheels. So we're going to have bars that lock it in at 8 foot, 10 foot, 11 foot, whatever width we want to go. It'll be locked in so that when guys are framing the roof, they're here nailing, right? Or they're on the other side nailing and screwing and gluing, and then we can do the whole inside of the ceiling. These guys are gonna be, I mean, they might have to get on a step stool to reach the peak. I mean, I might have to get on a step stool, but most of our guys are taller than me. So they're gonna be able to do the inside of the roof, the wiring, the insulation, and then we're gonna crane it from here. The cranes will come down, pick up the whole roof, and put it on the tiny house, which will be right over here on this side. And then it'll slide down to our other stations. But the way that one's facing right now, the one in the back, the gray one that has the force field on it and the tape, that's how they'll face when they go down the line. They'll move sideways. We built these cool crawlers at the wheel slide over, roll over, and then 3 or 4 guys are actually able to just push the tiny house that way, sideways, without having to use the forklift or things like that. I don't know if you kind of get the theme of our warehouse, but it's like a U. So you come in, slide down, come out. But yeah, those are the cranes. We're really excited to get some shots of them actually, operational, picking up these roofs and all that cool stuff we're talking about. So one of the main reasons, we put these cranes in place is because it becomes super efficient for building tiny homes. I mean, the fact that, these guys can build and level and square the wall on the floor and then pick it up as a fixed unit and put it on, it just expedites the process. It makes it faster. It just helps us expedite the process, like I said before, to get these homes out faster to you, which ultimately lowers the cost down. So if you're interested in following along with this cranes process and seeing that cranes actually in use, go ahead and click that follow button. Click that follow along button to follow along what's going on.